Hi and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Dark. We're almost done with season 1, or we're nearing the end of season 1. And this is episode 8 in German. Was man sät, das wird man ernten. And in English it is as you sow, so you shall reap. So there's some biblical stuff in there, a little bit at least, which kind of jives with what we've been talking about with Noah and his. It seems like he is a very religious person, but on top of that, he's also a very mysterious person who's doing a lot of weird stuff across timelines. So very intrigued by this guy, definitely.
And also he has the same name as a very big biblical person.
yes.
So maybe he's recruiting people because of
something's gonna happen. Maybe not
arc.
a flood, but something world ending in a way where he's preparing. And yeah, it's we haven't connected all the dots yet, but it's getting there. We're starting to connect more and more. And just a quick one before we start. We're both feeling a little bit under the weather still, so if we seem tired or like we don't want to be here or something like that, no worries. It has nothing to do with that. It's just because of the sickness that haven't left our bodies totally yet. So yeah.
all the snot, all the slime.
It's still there. It won't go away. So now you know. Anywho, are you ready to jump into this episode?
I brought on one of my
Oh yeah.
countless sweaters just for you guys.
Just for you guys, because you all love them so much. Alrighty, let's go. So when are we now?
50s.
Yes, that looks 50s.
Die Arbeiter haben diese beiden Leichen heute Morgen gefunden. Das sind ja noch Kinder.
So Fallout.
Yeah, that looks like a poster or something like straight out of Fallout. Yeah, a billboard. Even this title sequence is starting to make more sense with like the 3 images. So
That is mirrors.
1, 2, 3 timelines.
And they're mirrored.
Yes.
It's quite a badass lighter, I think.
Well, yeah. It must be Sippo. Isn't it? No, it's not. That's just a very, very good lighter.
Exactly.
How come I can never find those?
Oh, omnivorous.
Mm. That's the whole circle, Cyclus eating its own tail thing. Yeah. Holy shit, is he gonna be able to...
Zukunft, Gegenwart und Vergangenheit.
Does that mean 86?
Is actually the present?
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna go? Which way is he gonna go? He's gonna go to the 50s, don't know. You reckon? Or...
Yeah, he is. He's turning left.
And Jonas, he went right.
I'm pretty sure he did.
What did he? Either way, we'll find out in a sec. Yeah.
What?
Hmm?
So he's not Yasin.
Oh, yeah. Apparently not. Yeah, so that theory's out the window.
Ich sagte, du sollst dich ausziehen.
That's Daddy?
Auf der Baustelle, da war alles voller Polizei.
Polizei.
2 Leichen.
Bist du dir sicher?
Russia. Oh. Is he police or?
Stammt aus dem Jahr 1986.
Soll das ein Witz sein?
Es kommen noch Dollar. Schauen Sie, der kleine Zettel im Kragen.
Oh yeah, and the clothes. Yep, made in China.
Made in China?
Alles, was die anhaben, kommt aus China.
That's
Sind definitiv nicht von hier. Der Junge hier hat ein südländisches Aussehen oder arabisch, würde ich sagen.
so that is Yasin.
Weiß ich nicht. Also ich habe schon einiges Sonderbarer gesehen. Aber das hier übertrifft eindeutig.
Is that a unicorn barfing a rainbow?
I think that was Erik.
Playing war.
With himself.
33. Ist aber mehr als das. Sie begegnet uns überall. Jesus hat 33 Wunder vollbracht.
Und es ist das Alter, in dem der Antichrist seine Herrschaft beginnt.
Woof.
That's some transition there. Antichrist. Boom! Hi Noah.
Ich bin da. Wo willst du so schnell hin?
Für Mutti Seidenstrümpfe kaufen? Guck mal, ob er was auf Tasche hat. Mach dir mal nicht in die Hose. Deinem alten Herrn könnte der Zaster doch aus den Ohren.
Oh no, oh no.
Nein!
Ulrich? Are you there?
Ja.
Yes!
Hier ist jemand. Los, Abmarsch.
Die sind doch viel stärker als ich.
Dann weißt du beim nächsten Mal eben einfach zu.
Very afraid that he's gonna get like trapped in this time or something.
Guten Tag. Können Sie mir helfen?
Mein Name ist Agnes Nielsen. Und ist mein Sohn Tronte. Wir sind neu in Winden.
Is his father?
Guten Tag.
Stellen Sie sich vor, Sie würden in die Vergangenheit reisen.
Yeah. Fuck.
Entschuldigen Sie die Frage. Aber was
Yeah. What year is it?
1953.
Würden Sie mit dieser Begegnung bereits etwas verändern?
Hallo.
Hallo Ines, hallo Jana.
Ich soll Papas so abholen. Ist sie fertig?
Komm ich mal nicht so auf die Folter.
Man hat auf der Baustelle vom Doppler 2 Leichen gefunden. 2 kleine Jungen.
Yeah. Yep.
Die Polizei hat heute Morgen 2 tote Jungen gefunden.
Oh no.
Und wer hat die Ihrer Meinung nach dorthin gebracht?
Die Kohlebetreiber. Sie glauben mir nicht.
Ich werde Ihnen eine Liste mit den Namen der Kohlebetreiber zukommen lassen. Werden Sie, das Ganze ist ein Komplott.
So yeah, I was totally wrong about that guy having anything to do with the police.
Yeah.
Komm, geh weiter. Dann sind wir los.
Aww.
Helge really hasn't been living an easy life. I reckon.
Komm hierher, Gretchen. Komm.
Er heißt Mikkel. Ist 11 Jahre alt, hat braune Haare, blaue Augen, ist ungefähr so groß. Ich habe ein Foto. Scheiße, mal die Jacke. Der ist doch besoffen. Kennen Sie einen Doppler? Helge Doppler.
Den Jungen vom Bergdoppler.
Nein, nicht jung, alt, etwas sieht sich.
In Alt gibt es nur Bergdoppler.
Bernd ist Helges Vater.
Richtig? Halt! Warten Sie! Hey!
Wow, he's not being careful, and I'm afraid that's gonna really bite him in the ass. Here we go with the dead birds again.
Du bist Helge Doppler, oder?
Ja, wieso? Haben Sie den Mann gefunden, den Sie suchen?
Ja.
You're it.
Sie sehen traurig aus.
Was hast du in deiner Kiste? Hast du die tot gemacht? ob du die tot gemacht hast.
Sie sind so schön, wenn sie tot sind.
That's an ominous thing to say.
Aber du wirst mal was tot machen. Die beiden Jungs auf der Baustelle. Mein Sohn. Nicht jetzt, aber später. Aber ich kann das ändern. Weißt du? Ich kann die Vergangenheit ändern. Und die Zukunft.
Are you... Oh, fuck. Are you sure, though? Fuck. Okay, well, he did tell him to bite if anyone tries to.
Yeah.
Come on, Ulrich. I know you're consumed by grief and all that. Just don't.
He's just a kid.
What the fuck? Whoa. That was very hard to watch.
Sollte der Hund doch noch auftauchen. Guten Tag.
Wow. She strikes me as the sort of person who never smiles.
Yeah.
And fuck, man. Geez, how the... Did that wake something in her?
Unser aller Leben ist miteinander verbunden. Ursache, Wirkung. Alles ist miteinander verbunden. Aber das ist auch nur eine Theorie.
Das sind doch Ihre Initialen. Sie haben ihn gebaut.
Der Apparat kann die Reise durch Raum und Zeit ermöglichen.
Vor wenigen Monaten gab es einen Störfall im Kernkraftwerk und dabei ist Energie freigesetzt worden.
Und Sie wollen jetzt ein weiteres Wurmloch erschaffen.
Nein, ich will das Bestehende zerstören. Ich muss das alles wieder gerade biegen. Und Sie müssen mir dabei helfen.
What is he going to find? Pictures? A phone?
Yeah.
Ulrich, what the fuck now, man? God damn! Holy fuck, that was some episode. And we spent the majority of the time, or like pretty much all the time in 1953, except for the time we spent with the stranger talking to
The watchmaker.
the watchmaker, the guy who wrote the book, and
Tannhauser?
yeah, HG something, yeah. Oh wow, I just need just a couple of seconds to process what the fuck just happened. Because that's gotta have consequences, right? Unless it's all like that always happened. But yeah, Helge, like how?
Well, he knew he was disfigured on his ear, so maybe this was the disfiguring of him.
Oh yeah, we've seen
He
that.
didn't have that before.
We've seen that on Helge in 86 and in 2019, but not when like in 53 when he was a kid. But how the hell if he survives this, how because he bashed his head in with a fucking rock. A grown man hitting you with all like full force with a rock in the face several times.
That was not very nice.
No, that was not very nice to look at all. That was horrible to watch.
Poor kid. I think he's been going through hell and high water.
He's been going through a lot. Just Helge in general. He's always in the middle of this shit.
Yeah.
But okay, so what I'm thinking now, is Ulrich, he put him down in that room that we've seen several times before, and we've seen some of the people who know about this time travel stuff, including Noah, operating in and out of that space. So Ulrich putting him there might open up the possibility for Noah to find him and heal him or something, and then recruit him to help him going forward or something.
Yeah.
That's like one of the, to me right now, that's one of the only ways that Helge can survive and still keep on doing the stuff that we know he's doing through his life.
Yeah.
Because if he's dead now, then that just fucks it all up. But then again, that might be part of the plot, that something happens that throws the whole thing out of balance. But that's also a part of what the stranger and the watchmaker they were talking about, because that's the whole, do we have anything, do we have any say in all of this, or are we just slaves to time and space and stuff like that? So yeah, fuck, that's interesting.
And also they kept talking about how, well, of course the past influences the future, but the future can also influence the past, and I think this episode was all about that.
Yes, all about, because yeah, and it pretty, like, it all stems from Ulrich going to 53, and he is influencing a lot, because whatever, yeah, of course, killing Helge, or yeah, that's gonna have some consequences, either like even if he survives or not.
But also him going to the past is what makes this Tannhaus guy make his
write his book.
Yeah,
maybe.
write his book and theorize about this 3-dimensional wormhole.
Yes, that's where, yeah, my next point was that, yeah, that's also something that he meddles with in 53. He leaves the jacket, and we both, we guessed correctly, a phone as well, a smartphone, which is of course a very, very, very weird thing to find in 1953, because what the fuck? We did get some insight into what's happening here in Vinden in 53. The power plant, it's not there yet, but they are planning to build it, and it all kicks off with Egon, the police officer, who is also the guy we know from 86, the just older, of course, and drinks way more and all that. But they found 2 bodies. One of them, it's very likely that's Yasin.
Yeah, because he was of Arabic descent.
Yeah, Middle Eastern, dark hair and all that. Of course, they couldn't see the eye color, because that's
No, that was also what I was a bit confused about, because how could they see eye color on people with no...
Well, they didn't mention eye color, did they?
Oh yeah, they did. He asked, did he have brown hair and blue eyes, I think, and they would know he had brown hair and brown eyes, and the other one had red hair and green eyes or something.
Did they mention the eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When he asked about when Ulrich went to the police station and started questioning.
I remember Ulrich. He mentioned the eyes because he couldn't know, of course, that the eyes were burned off. But okay, then that's just weird that they mentioned eye colors then. Because I remember it like Ulrich. He was the only one mentioning eye color. And the Egon, he just said that. No, they had dark hair, and like Middle Eastern, and then, light skin and red hair. I didn't remember him mentioning eye colors, but yeah.
I believe he did.
Yeah, but either way, it wasn't, of course, Mikkel, and because we know that, and the other boy, the red-haired boy.
Erik, of course.
Erik, yes, the guy who went missing. In the beginning of the series, the first, we never met him, but he was missing from the start. We saw him like very, very briefly in the room with the wallpaper and all that.
Yeah. So we also got a glimpse into the future. What's gonna happen with the stranger saying something about there was a nuclear explosion, and he was traveling back in time to get his time traveling device fixed. So he could prevent something from happening. And this something, or this wormhole he's trying to destroy, is probably Noah's work.
Noah's doing, yeah. The theory we have about the stranger actually working against Noah, that seems more and more likely as well.
Yeah.
That he's trying to prevent something, and that he might actually be the guy we should be rooting for 100%. Maybe. Because he's... so far, he hasn't... we don't know if he has done anything bad or anything like that. He just shows up at interesting places and times and stuff like that.
But one thing that I think is a bit weird, maybe that I don't understand, is they keep telling us that it's a 3-cycled event, this wormhole thing, and I cannot help but think about what was before that and what was after, because we know that the stranger comes from after
2019.
Yeah, he must.
Yeah, because the whole explosion that he's talking about and that big burst of energy that was created and that ultimately created this wormhole in his time, that we haven't seen that.
No.
So that must be in the future, and I'm thinking that the nuclear, like the power plant, is gonna explode or something. So that's...
So he kind of falls outside this whole Trinity omnivorous thing, and I just can't quite place. It's not really logic to me. How this all fits together. Yeah, still.
Maybe it's like in his time, if he went into the wormhole, he could only go back 33 years or go forward 33 years. But if he went back 33 years, then he can only go forward 33 years or go back 33 years, if you know what I'm saying. So you can never, you never have more than 3 options, depending on where you are. So if you're in 2019, you have the option of going to the future or to the past or to the present.
And yet Ulrich ends up in 1953.
Yeah, but that's because his present is... oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it doesn't really make sense to me, because I was thinking about that at first, that you could either travel to your past or your present, but it's not decided by that, apparently.
Yeah, because he just went 66 years into the past.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's how it doesn't make sense to me. Because then something must outside this Trinity loop must be somehow influencing it or intertwining, or I don't know. It's just something that
there must be a way for the stranger to arrive from the future to 2019, and then
hopefully we will get to have this explained.
Yeah, of course they're going to explain it at some point. And as we've said many times, we are supposed to be confused, I'm sure.
Of course.
Even though we're trying to figure it all out, and sometimes we hit the mark and we're able to predict some of the stuff that's going to happen, but a lot of the time we have, of course, no idea because we're meant to be confused.
Well, qualified guesses.
It's qualified guesses, yes. And one of our qualified guesses was about Yasin and Helge being the same person. Nope, that's not.
No.
That's not. We did not hit the mark there. That was.
I think maybe that was a red herring then.
Yeah.
Because of the scarring.
There's certainly going to be a lot of those as well, where they want us to go in one direction and it's a red herring, and they're actually going in a totally different direction, and we won't see it coming until, oh shit, there we go. So yeah, very interesting episode, and I'm very curious to see what's going to happen next, especially with Ulrich and his meddling in the timeline 53, and him bashing in a kid's head with a fucking rock, man. That's... Whew.
It's not the thing that I'm mostly excited or looking most forward to. It's more, what the heck is Noah?
Oh yeah. Well, that.
What is his purpose?
Overall, yes, that's my big question as well. But I'm not expecting an answer to that in the next episode at least, and not on many episodes to come. But I do expect there to be something about Helge and his situation and how that all fits together in the next episode, maybe. Or not. They could just go in a totally new direction again. So
yeah. It's like every time we get something a little bit like closed off, or we know something, or we get some answers to something, it's like they just open new doors in the next episode. It's like, whoa.
You thought that you were starting to understand what's going on here? No, you're not.
Once again, it is so reminiscent of Riel, Lars von Trier's series back in the day. And I really don't hope it's gonna end like that as well, because
with a big cliffhanger, and it's not gonna be resolved.
It was never resolved, and I had a million questions.
Yeah, that's
still do, and it's just they will never be answered because
Let's hope that's not going to happen with this series, and I have a feeling it won't, because it seems like I don't see why they would cancel Dark unless the ratings or something started to go way down and nobody was watching it. Because it's not the series, the Netflix series at least, with the biggest budget, I don't believe. Like, there's not a lot of really big flashy special effects. There's not a lot of actors either, so they don't, and there's not a lot of extras. It's just I have a hard time seeing this, like, believing that this series could be cancelled.
Yeah, but also I think it feels a bit like everything is written, and everything has like an end point, and everything is like intertwined, but it's still very meticulously connecting. And
so they planned out an end since the...
Well, I hope so, but it feels like it's so
like
tightly regulated how much we're gonna know.
And how much they're letting out and letting us know, and they're giving us a little bit at a time, and it's very precise, as you're saying. Like it's like they've made a plan, and they've drawn a route or something, and they're gonna follow that, and they know where they're going, or at least I hope, because nothing worse than a series that starts out like, wow, this is really interesting, and then they have no idea where they're going, and it just goes like, and yeah, that has happened to other series before.
Yeah.
So. Do you have anything else?
I just think the stranger reminds me a lot of Jonas, and I just cannot shake the feeling that it's him. But I'm probably just gonna be wrong again. But I just I cannot shake the feeling that it's him.
I think you're right. I think that is exactly who he is, Jonas, and that is why he's decided to talk to Jonas, maybe.
Yeah, but also because but also because it feels like after he talked with him and he made up his mind, not going and telling Mikkel that they would go home and he knew the way home. I think I also said that, but when he made up his mind and decided that he was continuing down the path of becoming the stranger, and because he knows all this. He also knows how things work. Maybe that's how he figured that he's gonna be the one that saves this whole mess with the wormholes and wanted to close them and everything. But
yes, because he's taking responsibility for this whole thing, or he's trying to at least, because he found out very early on, and he's been trying to. I don't know. It's we'll see.
Yeah.
It's a theory, at least something that hasn't been confirmed or anything yet. So it's a qualified guess, as you call it. But let's see if it turns out to be the case. Anything else?
Once again with the colors, the cinematography and the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, especially here in 1953, it feels like all the colors have been pulled out even more. And then this woman comes along, this Agnes.
Oh yeah, and she's very colorful. And
she's
very
red, like really red. And it's like, well, it's usually when you analyze stuff like this with the whole color coding, and red is usually a symbol of love and lust and
love and desire and
yeah, and it's just she's gonna fuck up some things, I think.
She might end up like splitting that whole household apart, because if the husband and the wife, they're both interested in her, because that's like that's what I got from the scenes that we got with them in this episode. That's gonna create a rift right there. And in '86 we did not see Egon with a family or a wife. We did not. We only see him, and he's drinking a lot.
But he has a kid, and that kid is going to be who was it again?
What's her name?
Her name was Claudia.
Yeah.
And she was married. She was married to she got Regina, and right, and she's the one that's taken over the
power plant.
The power plant.
Oh, that's
right.
Right. We have to look at some, like we on purpose. We haven't been looking at all these family trees and people who are like doing some visual stuff to connect the dots. We haven't looked at that.
We're getting so many spoilers in our comment section anyway, so we're just gonna.
We're trying to keep away from as much as possible, but maybe we should try and see if we can find one that's just gonna help us a little bit, just to remember some of the names and who is related to who in what time period and all that. Then we'll figure something out.
Or else
else we're just gonna keep on being confused. But yeah.
Well, I think also you don't have to know all the names and everything all the time.
It's just.
I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I don't think we're supposed to actually sit and make whole family trees or anything like that. Even though I know people have done it and it's totally fine. I just don't think it's been set up the way it is set up so we can make family trees.
No. Like you don't have to take notes, and I believe there's like you don't have there's no series or movie or anything that really requires you to take notes. It's a good idea sometimes to like just keep everything in check in your head and try to remember everything, but yeah, we don't have to do it. It's just extra help if we feel like we need it. So either way, it was still one hell of an episode. I still need to process some of the stuff, at least, that happened, and just the scene with Helge and Ulrich, and some tough shit going on. But that's gonna do it for this reaction, this video, and thank you to all the patrons, everybody supporting us. Please, if you want to support us, go check out our Patreon, see what tier is right for you, what kind of benefits there are, all that. And till next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye!
Bye!